Well, hello everyone, and it is Monday. Happy Monday, Monday. I call it Money Mondays. I think in the previous video I put Monday money setups, but um, in the previous video I said that I would test out a different coin, and the coin is called Math. Math, and I kind of did a little research. I just went to a ChatGPT and looked up about the coin, and let me just go to it. I'm sorry. Let me hold on. I use ChatGPT for a lot of stuff, but anyway, let me see. Let me All right, so I looked up what math was all about because I always want to know just beyond the technicals, just what it is, just so that I'm not getting into something that's just about to like plummet as soon as I get in there. Um, so I looked up about math, and it's basically a wallet. So if you think about like a soft wallet like MetaMask, is something similar to MetaMask, but the difference is that it you can basically use different blockchains, whereas like MetaMask is more Ethereum based. This one, in it, ChatGPT I just kept asking it different things about it just so I can understand it. Is it something that has potential to grow? I looked up the highest price point, which was over $3, was its highest price. And so we do, if it were to keep growing, I think we could like trade off of this for a while. So let me kind of go back. So the first prompt that I asked it was, um, you know, what is it? And that's what it kind of broke down what it is. It basically is a wallet ecosystem and supports 150 blockchains, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Binance. It also supports XRP. And so that took my interest because I was like, okay, so if a person is bouncing from different blockchains, they could use this wallet and not have to switch up wallets, right? That was one good thing. I asked to see if I found any latest headlines. I didn't see any headlines about it so far. And then I asked, like, can you compare this to what ecosystem is the competition for Math Wallet? So MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, Exodus, Ledger Live, Rainbow, Phantom, which is for Solana. And so then it did a chart for me as to like how these are broken out, right? And like what are the benefits of Math Wallet compared to some of the top wallets such as MetaMask, Trust, Coinbase Wallet, and Exodus. And it really had a lot of benefits compared to the major other wallets, right? So like it has DApp store, staking, NFT support, multi-chain, whereas it was able to check off all boxes versus MetaMask. You can't do staking there. Coinbase was limited on the DApp store and the staking because Coinbase is Ethereum based as well. Um, People use Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet doesn't have a DApp store. Um, and So I would say it was more close to Trust Wallet, but with a DApp store. Um, so I just kept asking it different questions, but I'm going to go back to the chart. So how I determined how to trade this, because I felt like this one was going to be a little bit more challenging because it saw a lot of spikes on it. So what I decided to do is just look at where did it have break a structure, and was it my target hitting right after that breaker structure. And it looked like when I kept going back, that's what was happening. So I was like, okay, so that is the pattern for this particular type of chart. And then the next thing after, drawing out my parallel trend lines, right, going against the bottoms and the tops. I know it looks like a lot, but on a chart like this, I need, especially when I'm coming in new on it, I need to understand it, and that's the way I understand it. Get to learn how to understand. And then I just drew out my support and resistance areas. And then this one right here where you see is like a purple color. The reason why I did that one in a purple, because just to stand out for me, so that I know if we are bouncing off of this one, based off of like this candlestick right here, which gave in 1 hour or 4-hour time frame, it was like 18%. So, and I was like, okay, are we on that? Looks like we are. So that looked like a really good order block support area. So I took my first trade last night, and I'm gonna go to the 30-minute, and I kind of like the 30-minute time frame on this. The lowest one I would go to is maybe the 15-minute, and then for the spikes, I did go to the 1 minute just to see how this like wicking. When I say wicking, like this, the wick that's coming out the body of the candlestick, and just to see what does that look like, and would I have had time if I had a went above, like up here. And so, and is it best to just do it to the breaker structure line? So basically do it at 100% and not go over 100%, and maybe just set your limit order to right where the breaker structure line is. So, and that's what I kind of did, because I was seeing that becoming like the pattern. And I just stuck with the pattern, right, of it. And I can erase some of this other stuff. The main levels on the fib I'm concerned with is the 50% and the 78% and the 100%, right? And as it's coming, working its way down, just seeing if it don't pass this 100%. It'd be nice if it can just bounce off of this 78% or this order block line area. That seems to be a good demand area. So, and that trade, I came in round about here, and I set it was actually a little bit lower than here. Actually, I didn't do a stop loss at first, because I didn't know if it would just hurry up and take it and bounce the other way, because it seemed like it's a fast moving type of coin. I just set an alert and just let it kind of do what it's basically been showing that it's done in the past, right? So it really didn't even break out of that stop loss area. So instead of setting a stop loss, I went ahead and set my price target, because it seemed like it can move really fast. So I set it for right at the breaker structure, which was 7.5%. And the other thing I did when I was looking at this chart, so this was, I mean, it didn't take no time, 5 minutes for it to like spike up, right? So it's a fast mover. So I did like that. The only thing is fast moving when it spikes, but it's slow to get to the spike. But the spike, I mean, the time frame between spikes, that was the other thing I was checking for. So if I go to my hourly, I want to see like what would be the time frame from spike to spike, right? So I started like going from one spike to the next spike, and I just kind of worked my way backwards. So it was like 2 days in between. So that let me know by if it's 2 days in between and the spike can happen in minutes, then I can come out of that trade, go to another coin, which I did this morning. I went to Bitcoin because I had alerts on that chart as well, and I knew it was ready to like break out. Well, it just showed by the signs of the chart that it was ready to possibly break out. And I know that I can, when Bitcoin is going down, because this was going up when Bitcoin was kind of like slowly making its way up or wasn't really making a lot of movement, I can kind of bounce back and forth, if that makes sense. So that was the lesson I learned from that, is that if I am going to bounce from coin to one coin to another coin, just check how long has it historically shown that it takes for it to break out or to reach your target from your entry point, and how long does it usually take from one profit target to the next profit target. So that's pretty much what I did as far as for the trade yesterday. What actually happened last night, and then this morning I got up and was looking at Avalanche and Bitcoin, and I saw that Bitcoin had a better opportunity for me, and I felt like the volume was going to go towards Bitcoin. That was another thing. So let's look at Bitcoin. All right. So I did this, what do you call it? Fib based off of, I think I did it off the 4 hour. Yeah, I did. Off of the 4 hour chart, but I knew that this was a resistance area where we had flipped short, so I didn't know if we was going to kind of like do it again. So I created a minor support. Well, I knew we had flipped this resistance area because we were staying in this resistance area over the weekend. And could we get above that resistance area? And that let me know, okay, I probably could use this as support and then put a stop loss right below that area. So that's what I did for Bitcoin. And if I were to go into 5 minute or 15 minute, yeah. So I saw that this was a resistance area. It made its way out. It bounced back, and it bounced back above that resistance area and created a new support and made a double bounce right from here to here. And I knew it was safe to come in. Now, I didn't know if it was completely safe, but by basically creating a I think I did right above. I set a price above this like a cross. So if it can bounce, I want to get in above that. That's where I didn't put it on here because I was moving fast this morning, but I'm just showing you right now. And I set my price target based off of this line. So it was like 2%. But I have not come out of it because I didn't know if it was going to like keep shooting up to the next resistance area, which would be about a little over 6%. So I am currently just watching for, is it going to, it looks like it could come below here. And if it does, that's fine. It's a little gain. And I think it probably will, if it does come below this candle right here, it's probably going to try to hit this to make this a support instead of a resistance area, because it was a support and then it became a resistance area. That's why I put flip short, and that was, if I were to go back in time, so we had a upward trend going on, then we bounced, we came out of it, went back up, and this is when it started, a downward trend. So that's why I put flip short. So go back to the 15-minute, right? So and I probably could have came out right here, but I just wanted to see if it's gonna continue to go down after it hit this this trend line area here. But I'm thinking I don't know. I'm gonna just wait and see, but I could see it possibly trying to make its way back down, right? And I probably could go ahead and redo my fib. So I'll go ahead and do that. So from here to here, right? And let me add the 61% line. So, and let me see. Let me get rid of the 23. Whatever lines I don't really need, levels I don't need at the time, because this trend line is kind of providing a level for me. So it's no use me having the 23%, but I might need the 38% to see if it bounces off of that. And I can make it lighter if it's hard to see. I kind of do things so that it's not like overwhelming to my eyes. So that's why I do sometimes darker colors. And I have this horizontal line as a alert. So I'll move it below this last candle, the lowest candle right here. I move my alert to there, right? So I know if that alert goes off for Bitcoin, I know that the price has hit my stop. And then I'll see where the next thing I will see is if it's gonna bounce off of this resistance area, or is it gonna continue to make its way past here? And then my next check would be, does it go below the 100%, right? And then it's just take it step by step, right? But so far today, we're at what? Almost 2.5%. But last night we got what? Over 7%. So it kind of balances itself out. If Bitcoin keeps going today, or I can get another trade off of this level, off of this bounce of here. If it were to bounce out here, then I can maybe get a second trade in. for Bitcoin. So, but that will do it. That is all I have. And please let me know if you have any questions. And thank you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Be blessed.